Hello everyone! Welcome back to No Moria, Kingdom of the Ring. We are going to build a wall today. Now we have multiple choices that we can do. I can do stone walls. I can do block walls. I can do log walls. I think I'm going to do a log wall because it's outside. Now we're going to have a gap in it. Log walls look pretty interesting. Very interesting, really. And we're gonna also make some doors. I can make a door out of wood, can't I? No? For blocks. I guess I'll make stone doors then. Craft. There we go. Alright, so stone doors it is. It's gonna look a little bit different compared to the log walls. Heck, let's not do log walls. Cancel the job. We'll just do stone walls. Build wall. We'll do stone walls. Any raw stone works for me. Actually, that looks better, so we'll go with that and be happy with it. So as soon as my builders are done with their training session, I will take the training grounds off the list of things to do, and they'll get this wall going. Now this isn't really going to help too much, other than it's going to make it more difficult for things to get to us. As far as I'm aware, doors don't actually stop anything from going through them, and you can't tell the doors to be locked. But it should divert the flow of things around. Yeah, it's looking okay. It's not too great, but it looks fine outdoors, so we'll stick with it. Not like I have too much choice. I'm sure I could make the entire thing out of blocks and carved stone, but that's a little bit much work for the kind of protection we need right now, which is fast protection. Very fast. So, yeah. It's going to take a little bit of time. We have plenty of food and drink. We're on the 7th day of summer. Things are going kind of slow for me, honestly. Everything is here for building a loom. No one's built a loom yet. God damn it, guys. I knew you could craft a wood door from somewhere. Doesn't tell me where though, so I'm just stuck with the stone. Or was it in this list and I'm just too stupid to notice it? Ah, it was right there, I'm stupid. So the other stone wall will go out to here. And it'll be like that. And furniture, stone door, that goes right. I can't place it! Nah! Can't place. Need wall. Damn you walls! Not being there. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I put my apple grove on suspend for now. Because, yeah, too many apples. So, just gonna leave it. Don't touch. Also, this clean floor option is pretty useful. I can't do it where there's already a designation, so I'm just gonna ignore those logs. It'll turn out fine. Yeah, it'll turn out fine. So someone finally made their way down here and built the loom. That's good. Now I can set up a stockpile here, and... goods... cloth, is it under? I don't think it's in here. That. Not cotton. Not that. Where is it under? Is it in here? What section is cotton under? I don't understand. Crafts. Nope. There's seed for cotton, but I don't know where else cotton is. Furniture? Fiber! That's where it is. So, cotton will get stored here, and I can build the tailor shop now, which we built right here. And for that, I can have a designated area. And we will have, under cloth, bolts of cloth and string. That way it's always nearby. Craft a bolt of cloth, repeatable 2, 16. Should get plenty of cloth from that. Plenty of cloth. I think that you need to have a storage item for the cloth as well. I forget if it is a crate or a barrel. A crate. I know barrels don't do it. Let's just build a crate. Just in case. There we go. Now I can build that door. Door. There we go. Now my kingdom is planned out to be perfectly safe, slightly. It's not perfectly safe, it's just, you know, better than it would be. We're getting a lot of straw now, by the way. And seriously, a lot of straw. Now considering putting this on, well, actually just deleting this one altogether. In fact, I should do that. Let's just remove it. It's gone. No more farm. I have a decent enough wheat field down here that gives me plenty of wheat. It grows fast enough. It'll last me. Now, how is the cotton production going? Yeah, no one's currently weaving. That's okay. If we go to the tailor, let's double check. We've only got 2 bolts of cloth. It's not exactly good. String, it takes 1 bolt of cloth. Let's craft it. I think you only get 1 string per bolt, which is kind of sad, but it happens. Well, that's how it goes. It's a lot of cloth to make into 1 spool of string. I'm not going to pretend I know how looming works, though, so whatever. Let's see, I haven't done anything in this section for a while. What else do I need to build? A good thing for me to build actually would be a smelter, because I can take those tools that are worn down and turn them into metal bars again, I believe. I think that's how it works. Let's see, and we are currently are making sausage. Goblin sausage if you're curious. Delicious goblin. You may want to try some. But you probably don't. Honestly, who would? I wonder if eating the goblins makes the Goblin Kingdom any more upset at me. Maybe I should have thought about that before I started eating them alive. Well, they're not alive, they're dead. But you understand what I mean. I do have the setup to take meat, right? Yeah, I have it for all food. Alright, so I got cloth bandages stored over here. You know, if I knew where that bear was, I would send my guys out to kill it. But I don't know where that bear is, so whatever, I guess. Now, one other thing I can do is set up a leather worker, a tanning shop. Leather worker stall. Let's try that again. Build. Leather worker stall. Let's face it this way. It's a mess, I know. But it works for me, so screw you. I'm just kidding, you guys are awesome. Okay. We've actually gone through quite a bit of food. I'm surprised. Yet, at the same time I'm not, because these gnomes are ravenous. You know, I took the farmers off of the weaving thing. I realize that's not really needed, considering I have them set up to do farms first, then grow, then agriculture. There. That's how it should be. Things have gone peaceful again. And you know what? I think it's time for me to work on getting a room set up for an ambassador. Alright, so I got the space dug out, and what we're going to start with is the walls. Specifically, we're going to start with the corners. Now, we're going to use blocks for this, and I think that I'll use water engraved stone. Now, doing the corners first is important, mainly if there is no other way to get to the corners, because if you build this wall here and this wall here, you got no way to get to this. So, corners first, and my builders must be asleep. God dang it, builders. Alright, at least one of my builders is up and running, so that's good. This currently is on stall because it needs a bellows. That'll get made eventually. Eventually. And how does these stoneses look? These stoneses looks as great. Like there's writing on the wall. I don't know what the hell I was babbling like there, but I babbled. You're welcome. Look, all the cotton's picked. That's good. Alright, and the last stone wall goes into place. Alright, so now we can tell them, yes, you can finish the rest of the walls. has that door been made yet? Yep, there is a door. Good. Speaking of walls, they have not finished this wall, so maybe I should not have them building this wall until it's finished, huh? Yeah, that'd probably be the smart thing to do. Well, they can finish these walls, and then they can take the other stones and go outside and finish those walls. It'll be fine. Everything will turn out good. I think. What's my other builder doing? Tria is sleeping. So all I have is fizzle buttons. Crazy bastard who's always dancing around in here. I swear he dances around in here a lot. It's like he goes and inhales the fumes of the wine and just staggers around for a while. So, while my builders are busy with building the wall outside, I'm going to have my mining gnomes remove the flooring in here. Now, we have to do one layer at a time, otherwise they're just going to end up not being able to do the entire floor at once, which I do not like. Also, I can have my blacksmith go to the smelter and I can smelt any of these worn items. Let's see, I believe there's a worn battle axe. I don't have the coal for this right now, but I can get some. And what was the other thing? Was it a hammer? Yep, it was a hammer. So he can smelt those, and I think that what you get is copper bars when you do this, so it's a way of recycling materials. Now, we have a problem of not having coal. It's a big problem. Ooh, they're almost done with that wall. So to remedy this problem, we are going to build a new workshop called the Kiln, I believe. Or is it the Furnace? It's the Furnace, not the Kiln. The Kiln's for making clay. And we will set that in here. Now, both my mining dwarves are asleep. One of my building dwarves is asleep. The other one is building at this wall, almost finished. Leatherworking. We have 10 hide, which is good. Now, in order to make any leather armor, you're going to need padding, which is what you need the tailor shop for. The tailor... Let's see, we have 5 bolts cloth now, that's good at least. I think that I should have a minimum of 8 string. But you make padding here, which is used in a couple different things. Most of which we won't be able to deal with yet. Oops. Let's see. Train, remove floor. Take another layer out. And we wait. And we wait. And in the midst of all this waiting and digging, our furnace is built. Now the furnace actually makes it so that we can make coal out of any log. This is great. So I can tell them that, hey, I would like to have at least 10 coal all the time. So we'll have at least 10 coal in our building, non-stop. And the outside wall is finished. That's good. We have 2 doors in it. I don't know if that's helpful at all still, so I'm gonna just keep on assuming it is and pretending things are gonna be great, when the reality might be that they're not. Alright, almost finished removing the floor. I have 2 more pieces to remove. Yes, I'm removing the doorway as well, because we're gonna change the floor there too. Making good amounts of coal, thankfully. which allows us to get this going. Still needs this, though. And there's a lot of dirt clumps there, so I'm just going to let my gnomes clean up the dirt before I do any more digging. Speed up time, actually. Things are starting to look a lot more organized around here, I have to admit. It took a while, but it's looking good. I'm going to have that as an important order. It's important. Take the dirt. Get it out of there. I need it moved. Ah, so that's what happens when you do this. When you smelt things, you get slivers of metal, not actual bars. Okay. Interesting. But you can take those slivers in the forge and turn them into bars. I believe. Yeah, you can take metal slivers, turn them into bars. You need 10 though. So, takes a while to... well, it takes a lot to recycle your metal. And all this dirt that we've been piling up, we actually can get slivers of metal out of these, too. But right now, I'm not worried about it. We'll get it eventually. I'm really getting a lot of wheat and grain. Now look at this, I got 3 stacks. Yeah, there's 16 only, but it's a lot. 48 wheat. I can start making roofs if I want to. That'd be an interesting idea. Put a roof over the entire outdoor area here. Make it one big keep. Or something. Okay, all that dirt's gone. I can stop rambling and get that floor removed. Remove the floor. You know, I did notice that there's a replace wall option in here. I never saw that. I didn't notice it. That probably would save me time on building these walls. Yeah, let's just pretend that I knew about that and didn't care. Okay, so now that that's done, I can now build a new floor, and we are going to build star engraved floor. And it's going to take a little while to do. So another thing that we're going to be doing, aside from building that room, is furnishing that room. Now to do this, we're going to need a few more interesting items. We're going to be making a 4-poster bed frame, a dresser, and a cabinet. We're also going to need a torch, at least one. You know, I should build a wheelbarrow just because it's probably helpful to move things around. Probably will make it so my gnomes can move faster. And I believe that I will now build another workshop. This time, we're going to go for a stone carver. Like that. And it looks like I need to actually have a container here for the cotton, so I'm going to build a crate there too. Going to be going through a lot of wood now. And yes, I guessed right, you do store cotton or cloth rolls in a crate. Good. We have found a honey badger. And my blacksmith actually is running away from it. Honey badgers maybe are more evil than I thought. best to ignore it for now. Alright, so while most of the things that we're doing are being crafted, let's go to the tailor and order a mattress. And the mattress is going to take priority over the string right now because we really need a mattress. And she ran off to get drunk. And stone carver is currently being built. I'm going to need to put a storage for blocks over here. It's in an area, stockpile. Stone blocks. I think this room looks pretty good. Turned out nice. I wish I had a different color for the floor than serpentine, but all we got serpentine, so we're going to use serpentine. Everything is a dull gray color in my kingdom. It's kind of depressing. When the clouds are in the sky, people stare past the dull gray walls and mope. Especially since Betsy the yak died before she could give birth to her offspring. It's been a depressing summer. Alright, we finally have our mattress built. Awesome. What's she carrying? Oh, she's got the wheelbarrow. Awesome, that looks cool. And they store it in here until they need it. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we got the mattress made. Now it's time to actually make a 4-poster bed. Not bed frame. Now all this stuff that I'm making, all this really fancy steaming stuff, we're going to make a statue too. Maybe a statuette. We'll make both. Because why not? All of the stuff that I'm making is important to what we are doing. See, ambassadors like to be pampered a bit. Like most anyone. Now, everything that you build has a worth to it. It also has a build quality to it, but we won't worry about that right now. See, this is a poorly crafted serpentine table. Unfortunately, both tables are the exact same because they're made by the same guy. And I think I need to make another chair. Let's make another chair. I wonder if these straw beds have, yeah, they have 2 worth. Not really that great of a thing, but they help. Do hospitals add to the worth of your kingdom? I don't believe they do. Now look at that. All my apple trees have apples on them. That's amazing. And we're going to have to harvest them soon because we are running lower on food. We go through a lot of food. And we only have 11 dwarves. And they all do their share of work around this place. The ambassador, he's just there to negotiate trade deals. Speaking of trade, we're going to have to actually build a stall as well. Let's see, merchant. Market stall. Any table, any chair. Build it. We're going to have them set right outside the door. So I'm going to need another chair. Why do they need to build a table out of wood? I'm not gonna question it. So how's this chair? It's a birch chair worth 20. Seems fair enough. And these engraved walls are worth 10 each. So all this adds to the worth of the room that we're going to make. In fact, I can designate it a room already. Personal quarters. We're going to leave it vacant. It is worth 312. A pretty decent worth already. I assume that comes from having a floor that is actually pretty decent. Well, maybe not. But it is a fairly well protected floor. Or room, I mean, not floor. Do I have those torches still? Yes. Wall torch. Let's build that right next to the door. That way the room is nicely lit at all times. I know dwarves don't really... or gnomes, excuse me. Why did I say dwarves? Gnomes don't really need the torches to be able to see, because they can apparently see pretty well underground. But the torch adds to the value of the room. A very small amount, to be fair, but it does add to it. Alright, so our statue is made. Let's start furnishing this room. We'll make it absolutely amazing. 4-poster bed, that's finished. I will put the 4-poster bed right here. Furniture. Table. Table can go right here. And a chair right next to it. The statue can go over here. Dresser right next to the bed. And a cabinet as well. And as stuff is added to here, we can see that the worth is slowly rising. I don't know how much worth a statue adds, because it's just made of stone. It's not amazing. But it adds 90 worth. That's a pretty good statue then. A pretty good thing to have. And as the last two things are thrown into this personal quarters, we now have a worth of 603. And I am going to get a ambassador en route to our little kingdom, our little village. He'll be here in 2 days and 18 hours, so won't be seeing him this episode. Next episode you will see him though. Why did they make a table? I still don't understand. Now, for when he comes here, we're going to have a few things made. We're going to make a couple pet rocks and another statuette. We're also going to build a new workshop, the woodcarver. And designate area, stockpile. And we only want planks. Maybe sticks, but I'm going to leave it at planks for now. Do you not store cotton in the crates? Strange. Maybe you store cotton in bags. Which is another thing we're going to make. We're going to make a sack. And a bag. Because we do need those. The sack is useful for helping, or for storing things. The bag helps carry things like grain and seeds around. I just assume that they give you extra movement while you're carrying them. But I don't know. I suppose I can check the wiki and say definitively whether it helps or not. But I think after they finish making those, I'm going to turn the grove back on, and we're going to have 100 new apples in our food supply. Alright, so we have a sack now. The sack does say it's got an inventory of 16, so I'm assuming that it does help when you have to move things. The bag, however, is what you need to store things in, not the sack. I keep mixing those up. Look, we got a pet rock. It's worth 38. Finally crafted serpentine pet rock. Friendship guaranteed. Yes, he'll be your friend for life. You don't have to worry about feeding him either. Can you build the pet rock? No, I think it's just an item. Which is fine. It really is. I hope the one yak has offspring soon. I miss having multiple yaks. I miss them a lot. Alright, our first bag is being made, and it is now just about... Why do you work so slow? There, it's finished. Okay, so let's try setting up the bag over here instead of a crate. We'll see if it changes. Now, the reason I built the wood carver is because I can make statues out of wood as well, statuettes, or puzzle boxes, and I feel like making a couple puzzle boxes. Alright, someone's coming to put that sack in its place. That bag in its place. And if people start moving cotton in there, then I know we need cotton sacks in the storage area. Ah, yep, that's what they do. And did you see that? She took the sack, and she's currently carrying it with everything in it. I can't select the sack itself, but if we follow her, to wherever she's going, yeah, see, she's picking up multiple things of cotton and bringing it back. Kinda strange she went for the ones outside first and then went back in here for the farm. But I won't question it too much, because she is doing what she needs to do. So that's the purpose of the items like the bucket, the wheelbarrow, and the sack. Carry multiple items at once so you don't have to spend so much time running back and forth. Oh, and when you make a personal quarters and leave it vacant, someone inevitably ends up stealing the personal quarters. It's okay, you can kick them out after the ambassador arrives. Also, Grove, no longer suspended. We're about to get 100 apples. And that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this series still. I know I am loving my playthrough right now. I'd enjoy games like this just too much. I always come back to them. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave, and I will see you in the next episode, whenever that may be, guys. Take care, and goodbye.